don't know what SMOB is, SMOB stands for Student Member of the Board. The SMOB can vote on matters related to collective bargaining, capital and operating budgets, school closings, reopenings, and boundaries, but not on negative personal actions. Students can run for SMOB to have a voice and to provide a voice for the students in the schools. In this podcast, I will be interviewing a previous candidate, Brady Law, and a current candidate that's running, Zachary Davis. I'm here with another previous candidate, Brady Law. Brady, what do you think makes a good SMOB candidate?
A good SMOB candidate is definitely someone who has strong passion, first of all, for helping the students in Frederick County. And I think it comes a lot down to some more personal experiences and a lot of things that they experience in their own home school. And a good SMOB candidate will want to take what they see in their school and push that past and into other schools and find those issues. And I think it takes someone that really wants to make an overarching difference.
Is there any advice you think people should know when they're running for SMOB?
I think the biggest thing to know is that it's definitely not easy. There's a lot of adversity as well as good. It's not, it might seem like to the public eye that there's speeches and things like that, but I know there's a lot of like nervousness that comes with that. And there's a lot of different opinions that you end up hearing. And, when people are coming to you, writing paragraphs to you about the problems they face, it can tug at the heartstrings a little bit. So it's definitely not easy from a lot of different perspectives. So I would definitely want to let someone that wants to run, I would definitely want them to know that.
Thank you for sharing that advice. What are some things you've learned when running for the student member of the board?
Some things I've learned when running for SMOB were that there really are so many more people in Frederick County public schools, first of all, than you realize. Every single day we just go to our high school and we walk the same routes, the same hallways, go to the same classes. And, we may not even see half the kids in our high school. So there's so many different unique experiences and departments and things that people are involved in, from the arts, drama, to engineering, sports. There's just so many people from so many different walks of life. And sometimes running for something like this can really expose you to and help you realize what just, your typical high school student looks like. And that doesn't even factor in middle school. When you're running for SMOB or something, you're a high schooler, you're in 11th or 12th grade. So, a lot of people don't think about the fact that the student member of the board represents middle schoolers. They represent elementary schoolers. And those experiences are so incredibly different from your everyday experience. And that's one of the most eye-opening points is that there's 40,000 plus kids in FCPS. So to see that many of them and talk to that many of them makes a big difference.
Hi, I'm Leslie from Lancer Media, and I'm here interviewing our student member of the board, Zachary Davis. Now, Zachary, it's nice to meet you. What do you do for the student member of the board?
Hi, Leslie. It's nice to meet you, too. So for the student member of the board, I would represent the students' voices and make decisions for them based on their opinions and how they feel towards certain issues in Frederick County Public Schools.
What are your goals by being on the student member of the board?
My goals are to address and do what I can for mental health, students in the minority, and safety.
What are some ways of achieving this goal?
Some ways of achieving this goal: policies that will help students with mental health-based groups. So putting together something that students can go to that is meant for building relationships with one another, and that way they can feel comfortable with sharing. Because the previous one where we would share all of our feelings didn't really make students feel comfortable. And it got in the way of other students trying to get their homework done. And for students in the minority, I would impose harsher restrictions for those who use derogatory words to try and hurt others and put others down. And then for safety, I would impose contactless scanners for students to make them feel safer in schools.
What made you want to run for the student member of the board?
Well, for the student member of the board, I got influenced by the previous candidate at Linganore last year, and it inspired me that I should probably do more for my school in addition to my background experience in county government. So I know my former boss was a Board of Education member. So she said, you'd be perfect for this. And I said, okay, I'll run for it.
Well, that's great. We're glad to have you as
Yeah,
a student member of the board. And I think that's it for today. Thank you.
And remember, the town hall is on January 5th, and that's when voting opens.
So go vote.